Good evening, everyone. It's a blustery Tuesday night here at Cowboy Field. I'm Raleigh Lipp alongside Kevin Heidemann. Brian Watson is here. And Joe Schreiner is finished up with harvest, and it was a bountiful harvest. So good to have you back in the broadcast booth, Joe. Brian and Joe will handle the production part of it. Welcome to the Pregame Show, brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Amanda Frederick is your State Farm agent in Breckenridge. It's playoff time, quarterfinal round of the Section 6 1A football playoffs. It'll be the Breckenridge Cowboys playing host to the Underwood Rockets. Breckenridge gets the 4 seed, and Underwood gets the 5 seed. And Kevin, I think at the beginning of the season, I think the Cowboys envisioned more than 4 wins during the regular season, but it'll all be forgotten with a playoff run. And this Cowboy team seems like it's certainly capable of making a run in this section.
It is capable, and Raleigh, we started off with an opening loss to OTC, and then we went on a run with 4 straight, right? And we were 4-1 heading into mid-season, and then of course we lost the last 3 games in a row. Tough one against Pelican last week. So, momentum hasn't been in our way the last half of the season. But this is a team that we beat earlier this year, 25-0, and this was a team that we beat when we were in that 4-game winning streak. So hopefully we can find a way to go back to that.
We'll have more on the pregame here following tonight's National Anthem. Breckenridge and Underwood getting set to kick off here at Breckenridge High School. Kickoff set for 6 o'clock. Now tonight's National Anthem.
Starting lineups. For the Rockets, we're going to introduce the offensive starters. At tight end, the sophomore, number 48.
All right.
Hassling.
Excuse me, they are doing the lineups first.
At left tackle, the freshman.
All right, Underwood comes in 3-5 on the season. Breckenridge 4-4, and Kevin, these two teams look very similar on paper. You look at their records, similar records, and you look at their wins and their losses. Their losses basically to the same teams the Cowboys have lost.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, of the 8 teams that we played, we had 6 common opponents. I mean, 3 of their wins were 3 of the 4 wins that we had, and their losses, 3 of their losses were 3 of the 4 losses that we had. So very, very similar. And we're sitting at 27 on the QRF, and they're sitting at 30. So on paper, you would think this would be a very close game. 4 matches up with 5. This should be a great game. I don't think it'll be that way, but on paper it looks like it could.
Cowboys have certainly shown some inconsistencies on the offensive side of the ball. They've been a little bit more consistent on the defensive side of the ball, and this is a Cowboy defense that shut down Underwood completely in that game last month at Underwood. As a matter of fact, Underwood's been shut out 4 times this year. They've had problems on the offensive side of the ball, but Underwood has a history of having some pretty good football back when they were in Class 9-man.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Underwood was 9-man up until I think 3 years ago. And if you remember, we played Underwood in the playoffs, I think 2 years ago, and lost to them. So Underwood definitely has a history of success in their football program. And, of course, lots of changes. They've moved up to 2A. The biggest thing that Underwood has facing them, Raleigh, is there's only 20 kids on their roster. I mean, that's not even a full football team, right? So,
and a number of them are freshmen.
And a third of them are freshmen. Yeah, I think there's 7 or 8 freshmen that are dressing and playing a lot of freshmen. So Underwood is young. A young program and not a lot of kids.
All right. Seems like we talk about this every week. Some of the keys to the game. I know one of the keys is going to be penalties. Cowboys got to. It seems like they're getting more, instead of cutting down on penalties each week, it seems like they're getting more penalties each and every week, and they just have to clean that up now at playoff time.
Right. I mean, here's the thing. Breckenridge has done a good job. You mentioned it earlier defensively. Other than the Holly game, we struggled stopping the run against Holly. But Holly's an exceptional running football team. But other than that, we've done a good job defensively. Here's the thing: we don't shoot yourself in the foot tonight. I mean, this is a game that we absolutely should win, right? We just can't shoot ourselves in the foot. I don't think Underwood is going to beat us. If we lose this game, it's going to be because we beat ourselves.
All right, weather really hasn't played a factor in any of the games this year, with the exception of maybe Pelican last week. It wasn't ideal. Tonight, cool temperatures, but it's the wind tonight that could certainly play factors in the passing game, although neither of these teams have been really efficient throwing the football this year.
No, we haven't. And you know what, Raleigh, I did have a 48-mile-an-hour wind gust registered at my house, so it's definitely blowing.
Yeah, there was a wind advisory in Wilkin County until 7 o'clock tonight. And, again, it's been blustery all day. Wind gusts over 45 miles an hour this afternoon. All right, Breckenridge and Underwood getting set to kick off now tonight's National Anthem.
Pace the flag on the north end of the field as we honor America and veterans, both past and present, with the playing of our national anthem by the Breckenridge Pep Band under the direction of Emily Christensen.
There you go, tonight's national anthem performed by the Breckenridge Pep Band. Look now at the starting lineups.
All right, fans, let's get ready and let's play some
Brought to you tonight by the
football.
Breckenridge Touchdown Club. Here's the offensive unit. Where did I put my offensive unit for the Underwood Rockets? There they are. Here's the offensive unit for Underwood. Underwood won the toss. They elected to receive. The lineman up front, number 62, Landon Karsnia, number 62, Hunter Haugen, number 64. Landon Karsnia, just a freshman.
For the Cowboys,
Nikhil Rich is the center. The right guard, Connor Campbell. And the right tackle is Michael Lanou. And the tight ends, Jackson Rich and Owen Harig. And the running backs, Brian Poser, Tristan Evanvold, and Logan Schlesky. Here's the defensive lineup for the Breckenridge Cowboys. The linebackers, Colin Roberts, Gavin Peterson, Alex Schockert, and Cam Nito. Up front, Dolan Ernst, Brian Martinez, Landon Blofis, and Alex Sanchez. And in the defensive backfield, the corners, James Murtis and Griffin Bossi, and Gavin Snyder is the safety. All right, kicked, return to the 40-yard line. That's where Underwood will start first and 10. And again, this is an offense that has struggled. The Rockets' offense averaging just 4 points a game, and they've been shut out 4 times. And Cowboys, one of those teams that shut Underwood out. That game 5 weeks ago in Underwood. One of the better games the Cowboys had played this year. So we're underway again. Temperatures in the low 40s right now, and the wind whipping pretty good, about 25 to 35 miles an hour, and it will be gusty throughout the night. Over the left side, and not much doing. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No, they're going to say he lost a yard, so good start for the Cowboy defense.
You know, Raleigh, and like we said, the Cowboys have actually done a decent job against the run this year, other than the Holly game. And with the wind blowing tonight, like it's blowing, it's going to be awful tough to throw. So, kind of should play into the Cowboys' hands. I can't see the Cowboys having a trouble stopping their run from Underwood.
And Brian Poser will be the guy who sees most of the action tonight, their senior running back. Just 4 seniors on this Underwood roster. Second and 11, first man through over the left side, and not much there. That's Colin Lucan over the left side. Banged off that first contact, is able to fall ahead up near the 42-yard line. We'll give him 3 yards and bring up a break. Third down play here for the Cowboy defense. Be interesting to see what they do with special teams with punting tonight, with the wind blowing the way it is. And
right.
Just, looking at the flag, it looks like it's blowing out of the southeast right now.
Which means Underwood would be punting pretty much right into it.
Yeah. So 3rd and long, second man through this time, and some yards over the right side across the 45 to about the 47, and there's a Poser, their leading rusher. And that might get them close enough to go for it here on 4th down. They'll mark it at the 47. They got to get just across midfield for a first down.
You know, and it's hard to tell even if they're punting or not. There's so few players on the Underwood lineup. I mean, I'm sure their punt lineup is the same as their normal offense.
Yeah, well, you look across the field and look at the Underwood sideline. There's only 9 of them over there, 9 guys standing on the sideline, just 20 guys on the roster. And again, we mentioned a third of them are freshmen. And they'll go for it. Poser over the right side, and there is nothing doing. No chance for Poser, and the Cowboy defense comes up big.
Alex Sanchez made a nice play there. He almost looked like he was unblocked. And I think that was actually a tackle for a loss. But you know what? You normally wouldn't go for that inside the 50-yard line early in the game. But you're the underdog, wind blowing like it's blowing. I mean, you got to take some chances if you're Underwood.
All right, Bailey Evans getting his 3rd start for the Cowboys, and before the snap, Underwood's going to call the timeout. So the Rockets burn one early. 10:03 to play here in the first quarter on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. No score. Breaking the action, we'll take one too on the Three Borders Sports Network.
Scott's Electric in Wahpeton is a proud supporter of high school athletics. If you're in need of commercial, industrial, agricultural, or residential electric service, call Scott's Electric at 642-9244. Licensed and bonded in North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota, offering 24-hour electrical service. Check out Scott's Electric website at www.scottselectric.net. Scott's Electric.
Raleigh Lip along with Kevin Heidemann. Brian Watson and Joe Schreiner here producing tonight's game. Playoff football from Cowboy Field. Always a fun time of the year. Quarterfinal round action. Winner will most likely get Otter Tail Central on Saturday over in Battle Lake. Here's Murtis over the right side. Murtis breaks the tackle, still on his feet. Across the 40, across the 35, and that's a Cowboy first down.
James Murtis on the carry.
He was a shoestring away from breaking that for a touchdown.
Yeah, James averaging over 6 yards a carry. He gets 12 on that one. This game 1 of 4 going on in Section 6A tonight. Otter Tail Central hosting Walker. Otter Tail Central the 1 seed, Walker the 8. Pine River Bacchus the 2 seed. They're hosting Lake Park Audubon tonight. New York Mills, they got the 3 seed. They're hosting Monaga. So 1st and 10 Cowboys. They'll keep it on the ground over the left side. This is Nito this time, and Cam bangs his way ahead up to the 31-yard line.
I'm not sure I saw that clearly, but it didn't look like that was a super clean handoff. I thought I saw a lot of leather there for a minute, but Cam punches it forward for close to 4.
Yeah, and the Cowboys have had their issues with the turnovers this year too. Again, things that need to be cleaned up. All that stuff can be forgotten though, with a run here in the playoffs. And you go back to week 1 when Breckenridge got beat by Otter Tail Central. 2 turnovers inside the 5-yard line. You take care of the football there and score. That could have been a different game. So it's a Cowboy team that knows they can play with Otter Tail Central, but they got to take care of business here tonight first against Underwood Rocket team.
And so far, Cowboys doing what they need to do, which is, you know what, no penalties, no turnovers. Just, you know what, they don't need to do anything special. They just need to do, you know, the basic fundamental things right tonight, and I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, well, and how many games are won up front? That's usually where they're won, and right now the Cowboys winning the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. And a line that's been beat up a little bit too here the last couple weeks, playing against some pretty good football teams. So it's nice to see them come out tonight firing off the football. Here's Nito again, and Cam puts his head down, punishing run, but he lost it. Just what Kevin said.
Very fortunate the Cowboys.
Murtis did get back on it. So fumble by Nito, but Murtis very alertly jumps in that football, and it's enough for a first down. So the Cowboys got very fortunate there.
And those are the things, Raleigh, you know, the last 3 games where we've lost those fumbles, right? Those have been turnovers. Tonight we recover.
So under 8 minutes to play here. First quarter, Cowboys' first possession of the night after Underwood went 4 and out. See Nito now at quarterback out of the gun, and Cam will take it right up the middle. And right now, the Cowboys' offensive line is really controlling the line of scrimmage. That's up close to another first down. We'll see where they mark it. It'll be, about a yard or yard and a half short of the first down.
And again, nothing special. I mean, just dives and blasts or power, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, offensive line is doing their job, and Cam's a guy that you're not going to bring down with one guy or with an arm tackle. So.
Well, this is a drive that started on the Cowboy 48-yard line. Now the Cowboys into the Scott's Electric red zone. For all your electrical needs, contact Scott's Electric in Wahpeton. Here's Mertis again over the right side, and he is up across the 15. That'll be very close to a Cowboy first down, but they will mark it short. So a big third down play, 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Cowboys.
Obvious 4-down territory for the Cowboys, so...
We'll see what the Cowboys have up their sleeve here on 3rd and short. They've kept it on the ground yet. Peterson has not touched it yet. We'll see if he gets the call here on 3rd down. No, it will be Nito with Mertis in front. That was a nice defensive play. Nito may have gotten to the sticks, but that was...
I think forward progress will give him the first down.
I tell you what, though, number 76, Connor Campbell. I tell you what, when Nito gets a full head of steam, he's not an easy guy to bring down, but Nito stopped him right in his, Campbell stopped him right in his tracks. But Cam, with the forward progress, is able to move the chains. So the Cowboys have it 1st and 10 now at the Rocket 14-yard line.
And it's nice Cowboys can sustain a drive, and we're playing clean, but at the end of the day, we've got to put points on the board, and now we have the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Yeah, the Cowboys have done a pretty good job moving the ball between the 20s. It's when they get into the red zone where they've had some problems.
Right.
See if they can finish this one off. This has been a nice drive here so far. Cowboys chewing some time. Down to 5.5 minutes now here in the first quarter. Here's Mertis. A play designed to go inside. He bounced outside. He gets the corner. He's inside the 10-yard line, and he has another Cowboy first down.
Jackson Rich on the tackle. Nice.
Must be 1st and goal on about the 2.5,
Cowboys first down.
3-yard line.
1st and goal.
So it's been Mertis and Nito. Basically alternating runs here on the first drive.
Looks like it's about the
and again, this is a drive that started after Underwood gave it up on 4 downs, their first drive. Full house backfield now behind Bailey Evans, the 5'10", 175-pound sophomore, getting his 3rd start. And here's Mertis, and a nice job there by the Underwood defensive line. Not much there, maybe a yard. So it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
I don't want to jinx this, but again, I think that's the cleanest start we've had to a game that we've done so far this year.
Yeah, I want to say, and we've only been doing the home games, but I know 2 of those games actually started with penalties.
They did.
Yeah, so the Cowboys penalty-free here. Now we have another timeout. This will be a Cowboy timeout. So both teams have used a timeout here in the first quarter. 4:56 to play here in the first. On the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, no score on the Three Borders Sports Network. Wahpeton Deli and Catering, a Twin Town favorite, has daily hot home-cooked meal specials for dine-in or carry-out, along with a full menu. Call Wahpeton Deli at 642-3639 to cater your next group lunch or dinner. Have an upcoming graduation? Let Wahpeton Deli and Catering take the worry out of your event. Call 642-3639. Wahpeton Deli and Catering on Dakota Avenue in the heart of downtown Wahpeton. 4:56 to play here in the first quarter. Quarter-final round action, Section 6A football playoffs. Beautiful time of the year. But a chilly night here at Cowboy Field. Temperatures in the 40s right now. Expected to drop down into the low 20s tonight, and it looks like the wind's going to be blowing all night long. But the Cowboys have kept it on the ground. They haven't had to worry about the wind. Here's Nito over the right side, and another nice job. I tell you what, the Underwood defensive line is really stiffened up here inside the 10-yard line.
And a little bit of a different look. The Cowboys kind of ran out of the Wildcat with Cam at quarterback out of the shotgun. So you might have actually lost a half a yard on the play, but you're starting 7 yards deep.
Yeah, and Underwood right now just selling out. We'll see if the Cowboys a little bit more aggressive here and put it in the air. See if they give Bailey Evans the green light to throw here on 3rd and goal from the 3. And there's a little counter action.
A fumble.
Yeah, Roberts, and I think he lost it. Loose football. Are you kidding me?
I think Underwood recovered, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah, there are 3 white jerseys right there. The Cowboys, if they got this one, the Cowboys did get it back.
Boy, it wasn't a clean handoff. It was a little counter play. They faked a run to the right and had Colin on a counter coming back to the left side, and there was definitely some penetration by Underwood up the middle. And I don't think it was a clean handoff.
Well, this has been a struggle for the Cowboys all year. Inside the 5-yard line.
Right, but that's the second fumble on this drive. We've been fortunate to recover both.
Cowboys had it 1st and goal from the 3. Now it's 4th and goal from the 5. High backfield behind Evans. Play action. He will roll right. He will throw right. He's got his man. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I like the call. Sanchez on the receiving end of that. Nice throw by Bailey, too.
It was, yeah. Yeah, and the Underwood's defense let him get outside the pocket there. He had a clean look at Sanchez running wide open in the back of the end zone. So the Cowboys finish off a 48-yard drive. Evans to Sanchez, and they lead at 6-0 with 3:38.
And I can't even stress how important it was to put points on the board there. I mean, just a gigantic momentum turn if they would have held the Cowboys scoreless on that play.
All right, Bailey Evans will attempt the extra point. Snap good, hold good, and the kick is right down the middle. 3:38 to play, first quarter. On the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, Cowboys have the first lead of the night, 7-0 on the Three Borders Sports Network.
Around here, every town is a sports town. And why not? Sports were important to us growing up. And we want the same for our kids. To get involved, because that's how kids learn to lead. And why Farmers Union Insurance supports these programs. Farmers Union Insurance. They don't just protect our community, they invest in it.
Have you ever considered chiropractic for your family? Dr. Andrea and the staff at Hornstein Family Chiropractic love to see families. With 16 years of experience seeing brand new babies, pregnant women, toddlers, teens, athletes, she cares for your family like it's her family. Join Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 715 Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton, and we will help your family grow up healthy. Call 701-672-1300 for the next soonest available appointment, because at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is a family affair.
All right, that was a big one for the Cowboys, converting on 4th and goal from the 5. They lead at 7-0. Blofus will kick it away. Short kick taken by the up man at 28, across the 30. And he'll carry it across the 35, and that's where Underwood will start. 1st and 10, their second possession of the football game. They went 4 and out. They went for it on 4th down from the Cowboy 48. Cowboys made the stop and then took it 48 yards. And again, nice to see the Cowboy offensive line bounce back, because they've had a couple of tough weeks. But
they have, and
they did a nice job on that drive.
They did.
All right, we'll see if Underwood can answer. Again, a Rocket offense that has really struggled throughout the year. Their high point output has been 14 points. And those came late against Otter Tail Central. And now a penalty, and that doesn't help a struggling offense.
No, and they're going into the win. I mean, they're not a throwing team to start with, and then trying to throw into this win is even more difficult. And, they've struggled to move the ball against the Cowboys, and 1st and 15 doesn't make it any easier. And, of course, our drive started inside the 50-yard line, on their end of the side of the 50-yard line, so they're giving the ball back to us with pretty good field position. So Underwood needs to do something here to get the ball, even if they don't score, just to get some field position.
All right, 1st and 15 for the Rockets from the 28. Second man through over the right side, couple of yards. But, again, Cowboy defensive line doing a nice job here early.
Dallin Ernst on the tackle.
Be interesting to see if Underwood tries to throw the ball here.
That was Schlesky, Logan Schlesky on that carry for a couple. Yeah, he's one of the 4 seniors on the Underwood roster. 2nd and 12. Yeah, Underwood just 2 yards of total offense here so far in the first quarter, and we're under 3 minutes to play their second possession. Here's Selesky again over the left side. This time a little bit of room and a strong finish to that run across the 40 up to the 43-yard line. He'll be a couple yards shy of the first down.
About the same position they were in on their opening drive of the game.
Tackle for the Cowboys. Bring up 3rd down, 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, Underwood has had some good running backs. We mentioned they had made a number of trips to the Metrodome postseason time when they were members of a 9-man. They've always had good running backs at Underwood. Here's the first man through this time, and he's into Cowboy territory across midfield up to the 46-yard line, and that's a Rocket first down.
And that was just a huge play for Underwood. Again, even if they don't put points on the board here, there's only 2 minutes to go in the quarter. We'll switch directions. We have the wind at their back, and you know what? At least gain some field position.
That was Evovold on the carry there. Rockets' first down of the game. It comes with 1:50 to play here in the first quarter. Into Cowboy territory. Here's the full house backfield. This time it's Schlesky again over the left side. And he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Might have fallen forward for a yard. Yeah, they'll mark it to cross the 45. So a pickup of a yard, 2nd and long.
Gain of about 1, so we're going to call it 2nd and 9.
You look at their running backs, all about 170 pounds, but physical guys, and they're all seniors. All their running backs, all 3 of them are seniors. Again, we won't see the Rockets throw the football much. They will here, though. Play action, looking over the left side, and is picked. That is Snyder at the 28-yard line. And Underwood turns it over. The Cowboys will take over at their own 30-yard line.
Cowboys had that read perfectly. He actually threw that into double coverage. And there's a couple different Cowboys that could probably have intercepted that ball. Probably a ball that he shouldn't have thrown.
Donated to the Touchdown Club by Casey's Bar and MDI.
So Gavin Snyder, his 2nd interception of the year.
The 31-yard line, their own 31-yard line.
Minute to go in the quarter. It's gone by quick.
Yeah, and again, I'd expect a lot of running tonight. Although the Cowboys will throw here, they'll set up the screen to Nito. And Nito, nifty footwork. Well, it looked like that play wasn't going to go anywhere, but Nito made a nice move there at the line of scrimmage and picks up a few yards on a play that looked like it wasn't going to gain anything.
And Bailey did a pretty good job of getting rid of that ball. I mean, he threw that knowing he was going to get hit. Bailey making his 3rd start of the season tonight.
Yeah, the Cowboys just don't look crisp, though. That played, too. It looked a little bit sloppy. But they end up getting 3-4 yards out of the play.
Yeah, it hasn't been perfect, but it's been enough. Like you said, the 2 fumbles we were fortunate to recover on the first drive. Hasn't been perfect. We've made some mistakes, but ball's kind of bounced our way so far.
Here's Murtis trying to get to the edge, and he's not going to. Good pursuit that time by the Underwood defense. And that was Schlesky. That makes the tackle on Murtis. No gain on that play. And that may be the final play of the first quarter. It is. So a good first quarter for the Cowboys. After 1 on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, Breckenridge leads at 7-0 on the Three Borders Sports Network.
Bruder's Butcher, Highway 75 North Breckenridge, believes in community, customer service, and the goodness of meat. Bruder's Butcher provides quality raised and butchered beef at an affordable price. From raising cattle born on family farms to butchering and preparing the meat for your dinner table, they are that dedicated. Stop into their store located Highway 75 North Breckenridge or check them out online, brudersbutcher.com.
OSPTI has been the therapy clinic of choice for over 15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street North in Breckenridge. OSPTI.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
At the 35-yard line.
Tonight's game brought to you by the Breckenridge Touchdown Club and by the Wahpeton Deli, Hornstein Family Chiropractor, Bruder Butcher, Bold Print, Red River Communications, OSPTI, and the North Dakota State College of Science. We appreciate all our sponsors. 3rd and 6 for the Cowboys. Evans will roll and throw to the right, looking for Roberts, and that was well covered. It falls incomplete. It'll bring up fourth down. It'll be interesting to see what the Cowboys do here on fourth down. They're going to send the punt team out.
Right, I was going to say, if there was a time to take a timeout, it would have been, at the end of the first quarter, we could have punted with the wind. Now we're punting into the wind. Of course, the wind does seem like it has died down maybe a little bit, or am I just dreaming, Raleigh? It's hard to tell in the booth here.
Yeah, well, we got Smoking Joe outside. He's braving the cold. I mean, look at him out there.
But you know
dressed
what?
Like an Eskimo, and
you got to punt
he's
it here.
giving the thumbs up.
Yeah, you got to punt it here, wind or no wind. I mean, we're the better team. Just don't make any big mistakes and don't give, Underwood any opportunities they don't deserve. Just punt it away.
You remember last week, the Cowboys have some bad memories about the last punt of the game, which was blocked in the end zone, which Pelican recovered. That ended up being the winning touchdown. This one, Nito does get off. It bounces at the 45. Will roll dead at the 42. And that's where the Rockets will take over 1st and 10, 11:45 to play here first half.
I'm not sure what that punt netted us, maybe, 20 or 25 yards, but still.
Yeah, the punting game will be difficult. Not just punting, but also catching those punts with the wind. Again, still gusting up around 35 miles an hour. I do think you're right, Kevin. I do think it's died down a little bit. The goalposts looked like they were going to come down when we got here with wind gusts over 40 miles an hour earlier. And here's some room over the right side. That is Poser getting outside across midfield into Cowboy territory all the way down to the 44-yard line.
One thing I do know about Underwood is they're coached by Ryan Hendrickson. Ryan's is a friend of mine, and I know Ryan from baseball. He coaches their Babe Ruth and their Legion, their Junior Legion, their high school. He's played amateur baseball against my boys, and he's a competitor. I mean, there's no quit in him. I can guarantee you, no matter what, Underwood is not going to quit.
1st and 10 Rockets, Cowboy 45-yard line. That was the longest run from scrimmage so far for the Rockets tonight. This time it's Lundgren, and Lundgren some room over the right side, and Lundgren close to another Rocket first down. So consecutive 10-plus yard runs, and the Rockets are in business. The drive that started at their own 43-yard line, all of a sudden they're at the Cowboy 32.
Well, they come out and they make a stop, get the ball in good field position, have 2 nice runs, starting to feel good about themselves, pick up a little bit of momentum. A team like this, you just can't let them gain momentum because it's such a huge thing in high school sports.
And here's Poser again. Boy, give some credit to the right side of that offensive line. Connor Campbell and Michael Lanou right now doing the job, and that's who they're working behind right now, and it's worked out so far in this drive. A couple of 14-yard runs, now a 6-yard run.
Yeah, pretty much the same play all over the right side through the 4-hole or the 6-hole.
So it's 2nd and 4 for the Rockets.
So 2nd and 4 now. Cowboys leading 7-0 as we approach 10 minutes to play here in the first half. Handoff this time to Lundgren, and Lundgren this time is going to be thrown down behind the line of scrimmage. Cam Nito tied him up.
Blair Lundgren
Great
on the
penetration
carry.
by Cam. He was in the backfield. No chance on that play. That thing was blown up before it started.
Third down, 3rd and 8 for the Rockets at the 30-yard line.
Well, 4-down territory, I'm sure, here for the Rockets, but they'd like to at least pick up a few here on 3rd down, give themselves a better chance on 4th. Here's Connor Nelson. Will turn and give to Poser again, and Poser across the 25-yard line, but I think he's short of the first down. Again, running over the right side.
Yep, running over the right side, kind of the same play.
Yeah, they'll mark it right at the 25, so
Ernsten
that'll bring up 4th, and we'll call it a long 2.
going to bring up 4th down for the Rockets. 4th and we're going to call it.
In Poser, their leading rusher during the year. We'll see if they give it to him.
This is a gigantic play in this game.
Nelson, long count. He'll give to the first man through. And that looks like Schlesky, I think.
He's going to pick it up.
Yeah, and he's across the 20.
You know, the big plays so far, and yet to see what will happen with this drive, but the 4th down score by the Cowboys was gigantic. And, of course, that picking up that first down and keeping this drive alive, now deep into Cowboy territory, that's a huge play.
Yeah, that was Brock Hassling on that carry. He's just a sophomore. Needed a couple, he got 3. And the Rockets keep the drive alive. Into the Scott's Electric red zone. For all your electrical needs, see the good folks at Scott's Electric in Wahpeton. 1st and 10 for the Rockets from the 20. Yeah, nothing fancy on this drive. It's just smash mouth football. Here's Poser again. No, Nelson pulls it, and he'll get outside. And he's across the 15, puts his head down, gets a couple extra yards at the end of that run, but a good fake to Poser. They've had some success with that, and it opened it up for Nelson outside, and he has a nice gain on first down, and there's a Cowboy down on the far side of the field.
Looks like he's holding a leg, but it's hard to say from here.
Yeah, so we have an injury timeout. We'll take one, too. 8:10 to play here in the first half. Got a good one going. Quarterfinal round is Section 6A football playoffs on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge leads it 7-0 on the Three Borders Sports Network.
Around here, every town is a sports town. And why not? Sports were important to us growing up. And we want the same for our kids. To get involved, because that's how kids learn to lead. And why Farmers Union Insurance supports these programs. Farmers Union Insurance. They don't just protect our community, they invest in it.
OSPTI has been the therapy clinic of choice for over 15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street North in Breckenridge. OSPTI.
Have you ever considered chiropractic for your family? Dr. Andrea and the staff at Hornstein Family Chiropractic love to see families. With 16 years of experience seeing brand new babies, pregnant women, toddlers, teens, athletes, she cares for your family like it's her family. Join Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 715 Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton, and we will help your family grow up healthy. Call 701-672-1300 for the next soonest available appointment, because at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is a family affair.
All right, that was Colin Roberts, the injured player, on the far side of the field. He's being assisted off the field, and that would be a big blow for the Cowboys.
That is a big blow because Colin does a great job for us on defense. Has played quarterback for us for a while. Now currently playing tight end. Great blocker, good receiver, just good overall athlete. So hopefully he'll be able to recover and get back on the field. But he's limping off pretty gingerly right now.
Yeah, I don't like the looks of that. 8:10 to play here, first quarter. Cowboys lead 7-0, but the Rockets got a nice drive going here. This drive started at their own 43-yard line. Now they're knocking on the door.
And the majority of this drive has been over the right side. All but the fourth down play, I think, is the only thing they ran for yardage. It wasn't over the right side, left side of the Cowboy defense.
Yeah, they've thrown it one time tonight, and it was picked. We'll see what they do here. 2nd and 2 from the 11-yard line, and it's loose. Nelson lost the snap, but it looks like Underwood jumped at it. Boy, the Rockets very fortunate there.
Nelson hopped back on that fumble.
Boy, a bad snap, and yeah, that gets frustrating for a coaching staff when the Cowboys have had those same issues this year, and here the Rockets, boy, moving the ball nicely, have it 2nd and short. Now they fumble and very fortunate to get back on it.
Right, and they get back on, they recover the ball, which is great, but you know what? They lose it down. So instead of 2nd and short with lots of options, now you're 3rd.
3rd and about 2. Looks like Evovold, Poser, and Schlesky in the backfield behind Nelson. And Nelson will turn and give to Schlesky, and Schlesky keeps the legs moving. Well, he was tied up early, but he carried a couple of defenders.
You know what I don't like is Underwood right now is kind of controlling the line of scrimmage, which I don't like to see. But you know what, Raleigh, with only 20 guys, and I wonder how long Underwood can sustain that. You know, you'd think as we get into the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter, you know, just Breckenridge would start to have an advantage just because you think just fatigue, if nothing else.
So another 1st and goal opportunity here from the 6-yard line. Nelson, first man through, and nothing doing. He met a wall of Cowboys.
Gave it to the first guy through. Right over the center.
Yeah, look, I see Alex Martell getting off the pile, but there are a bunch of Cowboys there. No gain on the play.
Alex Martell, one of those in on the stop for the Cowboys. Bring up 2nd and goal.
Boy, it's tough. Yeah. And look for Underwood to throw here again. Just the one throw, but I think that Cowboys really committing to the run here. They will keep it on the ground over the left side this time, but not much there. Martell again is there. I believe Shocker also getting off that pile.
But at least they've got the ball back into the middle of the field. You know, it's hard to run the ball to the right when you're on the right hash mark. You're running into a really short field. I mean, they've ran that ball to the left. It really opens things up back to the right. We'll see what they do.
Yeah, Underwood averages just a few throws a game. They don't throw it much. But this might be a situation where they need to. 3rd and goal from the 5. Tight set. Here's Poser, and Poser's going to be hit by Nito. Loose football. The Cowboys have it. They kept it on the ground, and Nito laid the helmet right on the ball. It came loose. Cowboys recover. And that is a big play.
And the difference in the football game right now, we fumbled on inside the 10-yard line. And we recovered our fumble and went on to score. And OTC fumbles inside the 10-yard line, and the Cowboys recover. So 2 plays, you know, on who recovers that fumble is a difference in the game. Huge momentum swing right there.
And plenty of time left on the clock here for the Cowboys, but they got a long way to go. 1st and 10 Cowboys from their own 8-yard line. Here's Evans to Nito over the left side, and another hard hit. Tell you what, Underwood, since that first drive, their defense has woken up.
Defense and offense, both sides of the line of offense and defense have done a great job for Underwood. I'm surprised that you know they're getting the job done to the extent that they are.
Yeah, that was a physical tackle on a physical runner. Nito able to get a couple of yards on the play. Yeah, I wouldn't expect the Cowboys to do much fancy here. They've been pretty successful on the ground, deep in their own territory now. They will keep it on the ground. It's Murtis again, and again, not a whole lot of room.
Problem here is a lot of time on the clock, deep in our own field possession, deep in the Cowboy, and punting into a pretty strong wind again if we don't pick up this 3rd down. So, again, big play. Otherwise, Underwood's going to get the ball back with great field position again.
And again, Colin Roberts, their starting tight end, not on the field. And he is on the cart right now, so it doesn't.
It looks like they're going to run the Wildcat. They took Bailey's out of the game at the quarterback slot, and looks like Cam will take the snap. Probably a quarterback draw, but we'll see.
Yeah, they'll need about 6. 3rd and a long 6 here for the Cowboys. They'll split Murtis out wide to the right, and that is Bernatus wide left. They will keep it on the ground over the left side. That is that Nito?
Yep.
Yeah, Nito across the 20-yard line. Boy, the Rockets had a number of opportunities at him, but again, Cam's one of those guys that is just very difficult to bring down once he gets a head of steam going.
And that was just pure willpower on Cam's part. I mean, that's another huge play, because if we don't pick that up and have to punt, again, we give the ball back to Underwood with great field position, a lot of time. Instead, Cowboys are sitting on a first down and can run a pretty significant amount of time off the clock if they want to.
Yeah, remember, both teams burned a timeout earlier. So the Cowboys with 2 timeouts remaining, 3:20 on the clock. Cowboys leading 7-0. Bailey Evans, 7-yard touchdown. Check that 13-yard touchdown pass, Evans to Sanchez. Here's Nito again. He gets outside across the 30. Cam close to another first down. He has enough. It is another Cowboy first down.
And similar to the last play, I mean, Underwood had an opportunity to tackle him with pretty much no gain, and he was able to break that tackle and pick up 10, 11 yards.
35-yard line.
3 minutes to play in the half. Again, Cowboys not showing a whole lot of urgency here. They do still have the 2 timeouts, but that's been another one of the Cowboys' issues this year when they've gotten into 2-minute situations.
Well, we haven't really ever seen them run a 2-minute offense.
And again, burning a lot of time here. 2:40 to play, and they're still in their own territory at the 35-yard line. Evans to Murtis. He bounces it outside, and Murtis brought down at 38 after a couple gain of a couple of yards. So we'll give him 4 yards up to the 38.
We'll see if Cowboys change their approach if they can get on the other side of the 50-yard line. Currently, clock continues to run almost to the 2-minute mark.
It's eating a lot of time now. And now Evans is going to run over to the sideline. Get instructions from Coach Chad Fredrickson. And we're under 2 minutes to play now. The Cowboys getting back to the line here, 2nd and 6. Again, a full house backfield behind Evans. And it's Nito, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a couple of yards. Cowboys may be forced to call a timeout here, and they're going to. They'll burn one now with 1:44 to play in the half. That's their 2nd timeout of the half. When we come back, the Cowboys will have a 3rd and 7 from their own 38-yard line. On the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, Breckenridge 7, Underwood nothing on the Three Borders Sports Network.
The Minnesota State High School League reminds us that the educational value of this event is more important than its outcome. Respect for others, including opponents and officials, is one of those values. Support today's teams with the respect that they deserve. And when you have great teams and great fans, a great game is practically a given. So root for your team and enjoy every moment of today's game. This reminder is brought to you by the Minnesota State High School League.
The holiday season is upon us, and it's not too early to get your Christmas letter and holiday greeting cards ordered. Bold Print in Wapaton is your greeting card headquarters. Looking for that special personalized gift? Bold Print offers custom canvas prints and framing. And new to Bold Print is their custom decal machine, which is great to promote your business. Give them a call today, 642-2188, or check them out online, useboldprint.com.
All right, we have 1:44 to play here in the first half. 7-0 Cowboys, and a big 3rd down coming up here for the Cowboys. 3rd and 7 from the 38-yard line. Evans, play action. Roll right, he's pressured, he gets it away. Peterson dropped it, but it was a pass that was a little bit behind and down around his knees, and Gavin couldn't come up with it. And it falls incomplete, and the Cowboys are going to be forced to punt it away.
It was interesting that they took a timeout when they did on 3rd and long, into the wind with 1:44 to go, and then they throw a pass incomplete, stops the clock. So, interesting choice, and bottom line is it's going to result in having to punt into the wind. Granted, there's only 1:39 left to go, but you know, in high school with the clock stopping on a first down and Underwood with 2 timeouts left, I mean, there's an opportunity here for them.
Absolutely. Nito will punt it for the Cowboys, standing at his 22. Underwood won't send anyone back. And Nito will punt it away, but again, that wind just knocks it down. It's a high punt.
That could be a negative.
Yeah, it will be.
They gained a net yard.
Yep, maybe a yard.
We were on the break, and I looked at Raleigh, and I thought, man, we took a timeout with 3rd and long. I don't know if I would have taken it at that point. And then, like I said, net result is Underwood's got the ball in great field position with 1:31 to go and 2 timeouts. Now, they're not a throwing team, but the wind is at their back.
Yeah, and that's one where you want to keep them low. Cam got that one up in the air, and you could just see the wind knock that one down, and it gets an Underwood bounce. So the Rockets will start in great field position after the Nito punt from the Cowboy 40-yard line. They have 2 timeouts remaining, 1:31 to play here in the half. Rockets trail 7-0. And they will throw. Nelson, play action, and Nelson is going to be thrown down. Back at the Cowboy 48-yard line, it was Cam Nito.
Well, that pretty much blew up any hopes for Underwood right there. What a great play by Cam.
Another $10 to the
Yeah, Cam didn't go for the play action, and Nelson had no chance. They'll mark it at the 49, at the Underwood 49, and the Rockets not showing a whole lot of urgency here yet either. Now we're under a minute to play in the half, and they have it 2nd and long. And again, I'm sure they'll be very cautious here. They've already thrown a pick tonight. They will. They'll try to get Nelson to the outside, but good pursuit there by the Cowboy defense. No gain on the play. So 3rd and long, and Underwood won't have to run another play here. Well, yeah, they will. They'll have to run one more.
No gain, so we're going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, your thoughts here on the first half? Not a whole lot of action.
Well, I'd like to see the Cowboys have more than 7 points on the board. And I'm a little surprised that OTC's controlled the line of scrimmage as well as they have on both sides of the ball. Mm-hmm. For really most of the second half.
3rd and long. And Nelson, I don't think he's going to take the snap. Yeah, he won't have to snap it. They'll let the clock run out. That'll do it. We're through a half. On the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, Breckenridge leads it 7-0. We'll be back with the OSPTI halftime report for you in just a couple of minutes on the Three Borders Sports Network. Wahpeton Deli and Catering, a Twin Town favorite, has daily hot home-cooked meal specials for dine-in or carry-out, along with a full menu. Call Wahpeton Deli at 642-3639 to cater your next group lunch or dinner. Have an upcoming graduation? Let Wahpeton Deli and Catering take the worry out of your event. Call 642-3639. Wahpeton Deli and Catering on Dakota Avenue in the heart of downtown Wahpeton.
Do you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/.
Around here, every town is a sports town. And why not? Sports were important to us growing up. And we want the same for our kids. To get involved, because that's how kids learn to lead. And why Farmers Union Insurance supports these programs. Farmers Union Insurance. They don't just protect our community, they invest in it.
Have you ever considered chiropractic for your family? Dr. Andrea and the staff at Hornstein Family Chiropractic love to see families. With 16 years of experience seeing brand new babies, pregnant women, toddlers, teens, athletes, she cares for your family like it's her family. Join Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 715 Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton, and we will help your family grow up healthy. Call 701-672-1300 for the next soonest available appointment, because at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is a family affair. Scott's Electric in Wahpeton is a proud supporter of high school athletics. If you're in need of commercial, industrial, agricultural, or residential electric service, call Scott's Electric at 642-9244. Licensed and bonded in North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota, offering 24-hour electrical service. Check out Scott's Electric website at www.scottselectric.net. Scott's Electric.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, drying, cleaning, and marketing your grain to attain the highest possible profit for you. Red River Grain has been saving farmers for years, rewarding them with reasonable prices on purchases and fair deals when they sell. Talk to Kelly or Brad about the many services they offer. Red River Grain in Breckenridge. Call 643-3738. OSPTI has been the therapy clinic of choice for over 15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street North in Breckenridge. OSPTI. And our halftime report brought to you by OSPTI. For all your sports-related injuries, see the pros at OSPTI with locations in Fergus Falls, Hankinson, and Breckenridge. 7-0. Cowboys lead it. Evans to Sanchez. The only score of the game. The Cowboys feel pretty good here at half.
Yeah, Raleigh, it's interesting. I mean, that entire half really came down to about 3 or 4 plays, right? I mean, we took the opening drive, with great field position on the other side of the 50. We go down, we fumble twice, once inside our own 10-yard line. We're fortunate enough to recover both of those, and then we score a touchdown on 4th down. OTC drives the ball down the field. Inside the 10-yard line, they fumble on 3rd down. They don't get any points out of it. I mean, one player, one recovery, vice versa the other way. One play on 4th down. I mean, this could be 7-0 the other way, which is a little concerning. Now, in the pregame we talked. We said, look, we're 27, QRF, they're 30, similar opponents, similar win-loss records. On paper, I said we looked like we'd be a very close matchup, but I said I didn't think it would be that because simply to the fact that, Underwood's looking at 20 kids on the sideline, and it's tough to sustain that kind of play for 4 quarters.
Yeah, it seemed like the Cowboys really controlled the line of scrimmage the first few possessions of the game, but I tell you what, as that half went on, it seemed like Underwood's line was controlling up front.
They were, and we talked about Underwood struggling all season to score points. And obviously they didn't score in this half either. They didn't score at all. Again, the first time we played him was 25-0, so they've struggled to score points. But I thought we'd do a better job and put more points on the board than just 7. I was hoping we would. Like I said, on paper, this looked like it should be a really close game. I thought this would be more dominant by Breckenridge. Again, with as young as Underwood is, with 20 kids and playing quite a few freshmen and not a lot of experience. And again, football is a physical game. I don't know if Underwood can sustain that for 4 quarters. We'll see what the second half looks like, but I would hope Breckenridge could come out and kind of start to dominate a little bit more and kind of widen this margin out, because right now this is a toss-up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if neither team threw the football much. Underwood tried to throw deep. They threw a pick. Cowboys had no success through the air, and both teams look like they're dialing in on the run right now. It'll be interesting to see if either one of these teams throw the football at all in the second half. With the wind still blowing, I'm not sure it was blowing the way it was at 5 o'clock this afternoon, but no question it's still blowing up there on the 20 to 25 mile an hour mark.
It is still blowing, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments we made, because most of the damage that was done, on our defense, Underwood's offense was to Underwood's right side, the left side of our defense. That's where the majority of the yards came from. So we'll see, what kind of adjustments are made at halftime. And then the other thing that we haven't seen all year was, I don't know if there was a penalty. Was there a single penalty that happened? I don't think so.
That's one thing the Cowboys did clean up. I don't think we did see a
penalty. And so that was, one of the keys to this game was, I think if we, the only buddy that's going to beat us is ourselves in this game. If we just go out and don't make any major mistakes, play relatively clean football, we're gonna win the game. Well, so far we've done that. We haven't had a turnover. We fumbled twice, but we recovered them. We've had no penalties. We haven't really done anything to shoot ourselves in the foot, which is great, right? Thank God we have, because it's a 7-0 game.
Well, what do you think about some of these other matchups in the quarterfinal round? Do you see any games that someone might be able to pull an upset?
I don't, and I don't know as much about some of these teams this year moving down to 6A. You know, we've been in 2A for so many years. A lot of these teams are new to us. You know, it is interesting that New York Mills was in the 2 slot for pretty much the whole year, and we talked about this here the last couple of games. You know, that New York Mills was going to have Polk County the last game of the year, and that'd probably be the one opportunity for maybe New York Mills to have a loss, and they did lose that game 28-14. And then Pine River's in the 2 spot. You know, they're sitting at 7-1. You know, and the only loss that Pine River has is to New York Mills, 26-12. But they're sitting in front of them in the 2 spot. So I don't really see any really upsets at all. You know, it'll probably play out, you know, just like it should this first round. But, you know, it's high school football. Anything can happen.
All right. If the Cowboys hold on and win here tonight, what are they going to have to do Saturday to pull off a win at Otter Tail Central, which is a team the Cowboys have really struggled against over the last couple of decades?
Yeah, they have. I mean, Otter Tail Central has really had a number, and they're sitting at not only number 1 in the section, they're sitting at number 1 in the state in single A right now in the QRF. So, you know, Otter Tail Central is just a darn good football team, and again, that's a game where you can't make mistakes. I mean, you have to be penalty free. You have to take advantage of the opportunities that you get. We might have to pull a few things out of the bag that we haven't shown all year. You know, one thing the Cowboys, I really like that screenplay. We ran it once tonight, threw it incomplete. Mm-hmm. You know, they penetrate and get into the backfield so quick and so aggressively. You know, things like more screens, that type of thing. Take advantage of what OTC is trying to do to you. The Cowboys need to be a little creative, because we definitely are going into that game as the underdog, right? We need to be a little bit creative on what we're going to do to give ourselves an opportunity there. But, you know, anybody's beatable in high school football. With that one, it'll be an uphill battle. Yeah,
the winner of this one gets Otter Tail Central at 2 o'clock. That game will be played this Saturday, October 30th, at 2 o'clock game. And then, again, championship night, section championship night set for November 5th. Section 6A championship game will be played at 5:30, and that will be at the Fargo Dome. Of course, fun time of the year. This is a great time of the year. Fall, harvest, you got football playoffs. Now the volleyball playoffs are starting. Best of luck to the Cowgirls tomorrow. What a run the Cowgirls have made. They are the number 1 seed in the section, and they will play at home. If you can't make it to that game tomorrow, we will have it here on the Three Borders Sports Network. Brian and Joel have that game tomorrow. But the Cowgirl volleyball program has created a lot of excitement for this community this year.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, everybody likes a winner, and they've definitely, you know, accomplished that goal. And, you know, just a lot of spark and excitement, enthusiasm. So hopefully they'll make a heck of a run in the playoffs.
Yep, 25-2. The Cowgirls finished the regular season. They'll get Park Christian at home tomorrow night. That will be a 7 o'clock game tomorrow at Breck High School. And again, get out and support the Cowgirls. If you can't make it, we will have it here for you on the Three Borders Sports Network. We are at halftime. On the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, Breckenridge leads at 7-0. We'll have that second half kickoff for you when we come back here on the Three Borders Sports Network. OSPTI has been the therapy clinic of choice for over 15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street.
The holiday season is upon us, and it's not too early to get your Christmas letter and holiday greeting cards ordered. Bold Print in Wapaton is your greeting card headquarters. Looking for that special personalized gift? Bold Print offers custom canvas prints and framing. And new to Bold Print is their custom decal machine, which is great to promote your business. Give them a call today, 642-2188, or check them out online, useboldprint.com.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back at all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
Bundling auto and home is a great way to save money and precious time. Amanda Frederick, your State Farm agent in Breckenridge, will make it easy and convenient. Your savings could be spent on that next amazing vacation. So stop by or call Amanda Frederick, your State Farm agent on Minnesota Avenue in Breckenridge. Call 643-8511. Amanda Frederick is proud to support Cowboy and Cowgirl athletics.
Here, every town is a sports town. And why not? Sports were important to us growing up, and we want the same for our kids. To get involved, because that's how kids learn to lead. And why Farmers Union Insurance supports these programs. Farmers Union Insurance. They don't just protect our community, they invest in it.
Have you ever considered chiropractic for your family? Dr. Andrea and the staff at Hornstein Family Chiropractic love to see families. With 16 years of experience seeing brand new babies, pregnant women, toddlers, teens, athletes, she cares for your family like it's her family. Join Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 715 Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton, and we will help your family grow up healthy. Call 701-672-1300 for the next soonest available appointment, because at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is a family affair. The Minnesota State High School League reminds us that the educational value of this event is more important than its outcome. Respect for others, including opponents and officials, is one of those values. Support today's teams with the respect that they deserve. And when you have great teams and great fans, a great game is practically a given. So root for your team and enjoy every moment of today's game. This reminder is brought to you by the Minnesota State High School League.
Did you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/connect.
Brewder's Butcher, Highway 75 North Breckenridge, believes in community, customer service, and the goodness of meat. Brewder's Butcher provides quality raised and butchered beef at an affordable price. From raising cattle born on family farms to butchering and preparing the meat for your dinner table, they are that dedicated. Stop into their store located Highway 75 North Breckenridge or check them out online, brewdersbutcher.com.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, drying, cleaning, and marketing your grain to attain the highest possible profit for you. Red River Grain has been saving farmers for years, rewarding them with reasonable prices on purchases and fair deals when they sell. Talk to Kelly or Brad about the many services they offer. Red River Grain in Breckenridge. Call 643-3738. All right, both teams back on the field. Getting ready for the second half. 7-0 Cowboys lead it. Hey, make sure you tune into the Three Borders Sports Network on Sunday night. We got a cool show coming up. The football field behind John Randall Field down at Chehankaba Park has been named after Jim Sturdivant. Jim, of course, started that 5th and 6th grade football program 40 years ago, Kevin. And we were fortunate enough to coach our kids through that 5th and 6th program. And there's a lot of dads here in the Twin Towns area, the surrounding area, that have gotten that same chance. And I think it's been 40 years, and that's been a lot to the programs. You could see the difference in the programs once Jim got that up and running. I think there's a lot of coaches around the area who owe Jim a great debt of gratitude for getting that program started. Yeah, that's really well deserved. It
is. Just about every high school player on both sides of the river have gone through that program. I mean, just what an opportunity. And you know what? A lot of that was was all Jim too. I mean, there's a lot of volunteers and a lot of help in any program, regardless of what it is. But it takes one guy to spearhead it and contribute to it, both time-wise and financially. And he's done it all.
Yeah. So that'll be a neat show. Jim will be on. We'll visit with Jim. So make sure you tune in. Julie and I will have Jim in, and there'll be a bunch of other community members that'll be chiming in on that episode of Off the Cuff. And again, you can catch that at 7 o'clock on Sunday night on the Three Borders Sports Network. All right. Cowboys get the football first here. And we always mention how important that first drive, the first 5 minutes of that second half are, and that certainly applies here with the Cowboys just hanging on to a 7-0 lead. Underwood will kick short. Boy, and that ball is loose. The Cowboys fortunate to get on it. Boy, we've seen that a number of times this year too. Some close calls.
Yeah, it's right in between the deep back and the middle guys, and it's a live ball. We saw West Central let that ball drop and didn't cover it, right? It's a live ball.
Right there at the 36-yard line, yes.
Again, seems like the Cowboys, again, at least on the defensive side, it's just been tough for Underwood. They did have their chance inside the Cowboy 5-yard line, but weren't able to convert. But you just sense that if the Cowboys could get up 2 scores, that they would really be in good shape. We'll see if they can move the football here in the first possession. The first drive of this possession didn't go very well. Well, that is Murtis, and he was hit immediately. He was very fortunate to hang on to the football there.
Not sure if that was a blitz or what it was. Kind of hard to see. There's a kind of a glare on the windows. We have to have them shut because the wind's so strong. But he was untouched in the backfield.
Yeah, and you can just see both teams just committing to the run. And just be interesting to see if
and the Cowboys
these teams put the ball in the air a little bit.
The Cowboys need a first down or two because, again, they're punting into the wind here if we don't pick up a first down, giving Underwood great field position, here in the third quarter. So if we can even just pick up 1 or 2 first downs.
Cowboys will throw it here. Just a quick hitter out to the left side. And is that Snyder out there?
Yep, Gavin Snyder on the reception.
Gavin Snyder good for about 4 yards.
Completed. Snyder out there. And,
well, check that. He got about 6. That was a 2nd and 12 play, so we'll give him 6 yards on the play. So big third down play here.
Brings up third down.
Coming up for the Cowboys, their first possession of the second half. Remember, the Cowboys punted just before half. They netted 1 yard on that punt for about the same spot on the field. So be interesting to see what the Cowboys do here if they don't get it here on third down. Tight formation. Second man through Murtis, and Murtis got through the line, but the nice play by the linebacker there. Murtis is going to be stopped short.
And that makes it a tough call. I mean, if he gets no yards, it's probably an easy decision to punt it. With 4th and a couple, it's a tougher decision. Looks like Cowboys are going to punt it.
Yeah, they are going to punt it.
Cowboys.
We'll see if Cam makes some adjustments again. Cam is really a good punter. He likes to kick them high, but tonight you want to keep him low. Now the Cowboys are going to burn a timeout. 9:57.
I'm not sure if we have 11 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look like we weren't quite sure what we were doing. I'm sure we had the right personnel.
The Cowboys might decide to go for it here. We'll see. 9:57 to play. Break in the action. We'll take one. 7-zip on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. You're watching Cowboy football on the Three Borders Sports Network.
Have you ever considered chiropractic for your family? Dr. Andrea and the staff at Hornstein Family Chiropractic love to see families. With 16 years of experience seeing brand new babies, pregnant women, toddlers, teens, athletes, she cares for your family like it's her family. Join Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 715 Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton, and we will help your family grow up healthy. Call 701-672-1300 for the next soonest available appointment, because at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is a family affair.
4th and 3 for the Cowboys. They just called a timeout, and it looks like they may go for it here now. Fourth down.
We just in the break just said, you know what, run a Wildcat, give it to Cam, and let him run and pick up 2 yards.
Well, and here it is. That's the call. Cam out of the Wildcat, and he gets outside, and he's got the first down into to Rocket territory all the way down to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, when you give the ball to him.
And there's the flag. We had talked about no flags in the first half, and wouldn't you figure, the most inopportune time for the Cowboys to get penalized on a fourth down play where they got the first down. So this will probably change the plans a little bit.
Yeah, but I like the call. I mean, it's a great call. Odds are highly in your favor that you're going to pick up 2 yards on that. And, with the punt that you saw at the end of the first half, I mean, good decision, good call, just unfortunately got a holding on it.
Is that the first flag of the game?
I think it is.
Fourth and we'll call it 11.
But now you got to punt it.
Yeah, Nito, 11 yards on that play. Would have given the Cowboys a first down in Rocket territory. Now they're going to be forced to punt it away into a 25-mile-an-hour wind. And Underwood, again, they're not going to send anybody back. And again, the punts would be very difficult to handle tonight. And this time Cam does keep it low, and he gets the nice bounce. It bounces at the 40, and that's the problem with not having somebody back.
Yep.
And he got about a 15-yard roll there all the way down to the 25-yard line. So that changes field position.
Yeah, that's big, and that's exactly what he needed to do. That was the perfect punt, and like you said, Raleigh, with nobody back, that's a no-brainer. Good execution on Cam there.
So the Rocket offense back onto the field, and they haven't shown much other than the second possession of the game for them. When they got inside the Cowboy 5-yard line, they drove it about 50 yards down the field to get it inside the 5, but they just couldn't finish it off. They fumbled down there inside the 5. But other than that, they haven't been able to do much, and this drive won't start real promising. Poser over the right side, and he is hit immediately. And Alex Martell seems to be in on every tackle.
Yep, he
On
does.
that one, too.
Yep. And on special teams, too. Not just in the regular defense. He's just anywhere the ball is, he's there.
So no gain on the play. So 2nd and 10. Nelson, he'll fake over the right side. He'll try to get outside. He does get to the corner, but he is hit hard on the far sideline, maybe up to the 30-yard line. But it'll bring up a 3rd and long situation here for the Rockets. Well, you got more than I thought. They'll mark it all the way across the 30, so gain of 6 on the play.
It gives them at least a realistic opportunity here. Much better chance of picking up the first down. And those are just design sprint outs. I mean, there's no run option or no pass run option on that play at all. At some point, I think Underwood's going to have to throw the football, especially with the wind at their back.
Yeah, wind at their back right now. And again, it has died a little, but there's still plenty of wind out there. Here's Schleski trying to get outside, this time over the left side, and the Cowboys all over that. Gavin Peterson is there. Gavin, one of the Cowboys' leading tacklers. And that's a loss of a couple of yards, and now Underwood's going to be forced to punt it away.
And, there hasn't been much to the left side, our right side of our defense all night. I mean, most of their gains have come to the other side of the ball on the right side, so I'm a little surprised they ran that play to the left. But same kind of results. I mean, nothing there and a loss.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I mean, they're just going to have to throw. Cowboys made some adjustments. That one drive, it was all over the right side when they had their successful drive. They got inside the 5, but since then the Cowboys made some adjustments. It's just been hard. Yards have been hard to come by for the Rockets here tonight. Boy, Martell in there just about blocked that one. Boy, good kick, drives Nito back to the 35. And Nito across the 40, across the 45, and a nice return up to midfield. So the Cowboys will have great field position, 7:52 to play here in the third quarter, and a 7-point lead for the Cowboys. Again, their one score coming on a touchdown pass, Evans to Sanchez.
On a 4th down play.
Yeah, on a 4th down play.
We talked about how big that play was at the time, and as the game goes on with the score still 7-0, that just gets bigger and bigger.
All right, we'll see if the Cowboys can get something rolling here. And now we have a flag. The white hat threw the flag, and pointing over to the Cowboys sideline.
Like a legal substitution or something.
Yeah, and that's what it's going to be.
5-yard penalty, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it is an illegal substitution. Yep. So it'll cost the Cowboys 5. Again, the Cowboys have cleaned that up a little bit tonight. The penalties. Just the second penalty of the night for the Cowboys.
Unfortunately, though, both of them in the second half, and both of them,
Yeah, at inopportune times. The one came on a fourth down run by Nito, which would have given the Cowboys a first down. They had to punt it away. This one comes on a 1st and 10. It'll make it a 1st and 15. Evans to Murtis over the left side. Couple up to the 47.
Cale Rich on the
even at the 50-yard line, though, you'd have to argue you're in 4-down territory. Especially if you're
into the wind, yeah.
Into the wind, especially if you're managing, 3rd or 4th and 5, 4th and 4, that type of thing.
Cowboys look pretty content, though, to stay on the conservative side. They have just the one throw, one incomplete pass to Peterson, the only time the Cowboys have thrown
Well,
tonight.
and the touchdown.
Oh, yeah, and the touchdown pass to Sanchez. You're right. All right, 2nd and 12. Evans, play action. He'll throw here. He's pressured. He'll have to get rid of it. He finally does to Peterson. He just threw that one away. Cowboys trying to set up the screen to Peterson. He had some blockers in front. But Underwood putting on the heat. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Good decision to throw the ball away and get rid of it, though, by Bailey. I mean, even his young sophomore, only his 3rd start, makes pretty good decisions the majority of the time. That was another good decision just to get rid of it.
So 3rd and long. See if the Cowboys throw it here. On 3rd and long, Peterson, the only one in the backfield. They get twin receivers right, twin left. And Evans will take the snap. You're going to set up the screen to the right side. He gets it to Peterson, and Peterson across midfield puts his head down across the 45. We'll see where they mark it. At about the 44, it'll be short of the first down, but it might put the Cowboys in a position here to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, definitely going for this on 4th down. And again, that's exactly what they needed. Now you have a manageable down and distance on 4th down to pick it up. And, we talked about the screens at halftime. That's something I'd like to see the Cowboys do more of. It's a great call, especially into the wind, trying to throw the football. That's a manageable throw.
So they need about 5. The ball is the nose of the football right on the 45. They need to get the nose of the football to the 40 for a first down. And they'll work out of the Wildcat. Nito's going to try to get to the corner, and he does. He's got some room across the 35, still on his feet, across the 30, and finally brought down at the Underwood 22-yard line.
I think they could probably run that play all night long. Sooner or later, Cam's going to break one of those for a big gainer and a touchdown.
When Cam comes running off the field now, it looks like a shoulder issue, his right shoulder. Right arm looked limp as he ran off the field.
Might have got a stinger in it or something.
Yeah, remember Colin Roberts was hauled off in the in the first half, and I don't see Colin on the sideline right now, and that's a big blow to the Cowboys. So a big play, big 4th down play provided by Cam Nito, and the Cowboys are deep now into Underwood territory. Here's the pitch to Murtis, and he gets the edge. Boy, nice block out there on the edge, and Murtis will carry it inside the 10-yard line. That is Landon Blofus that was leading the way out there, and Landon played a beautiful block.
That was a great block, not just initial point of contact. He stayed with it 10 yards downfield, which has allowed the Cowboys for the big gain.
Oh, and then there's another. Flag. Boy, yeah. Again, the Cowboys have cleaned up the penalties a little bit, but when they've gotten penalties, they've come at really critical plays. That was another one where the Cowboys were inside the 10.
Yeah, and all 3 of them, of course, in the second half. So first half was great, but the second half, we've had the ball twice, two possessions, and we've gotten 3 penalties and.
Yeah, that one hurts a little bit. Yeah, Cowboys would have had it 1st and goal inside the 10. Instead, 1st and 20 now for the Cowboys on the 32-yard line. Snyder's wide right. I formation. Peterson and Murtis in the backfield. The pitch goes to Murtis. And Murtis will cut it upfield and get a couple to the 30-yard line.
Brian Polger did a nice job on that play. Not only did he contain and turn the run in, but he also made the tackle. But again, Raleigh, with 20 guys on the sidelines and most of these guys going both ways and never getting a break, you would think as this third quarter, halfway through this third quarter into the fourth quarter, you would think that fatigue would start to take a toll. You would think.
Yeah, but the Cowboys have played no up-tempo, too. You'd think that would lead maybe to the Cowboys playing a little bit more up-tempo, but that has not been the pace. It has been really a slow-paced game. 2nd and 18 from the 30. Cowboys will keep it on the ground. Murtis again and no gain. He is hit right at the line of scrimmage and driven back. Well, they'll give him forward progress across the 30, but it is going to be 3rd and long here. And we have another Cowboy now kind of gimping off the field.
Griffin Bussey, number 4.
So now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, clock ticking away. We're coming up on 5 minutes to play. Boy, it seems like both teams have been in the huddle for a while, hasn't it? We haven't had a delay a game penalty tonight, but it just seems like either team is really willing to speed the game up a little bit. Here's play action. Another screen set up by the Cowboys. Boy, they had Gavin. And he had a few blockers in front. He might have been able to pick up a few yards. But it falls incomplete. Now it's 4th and long. Cowboys, I'm sure, will go for it here on 4th down. But, yeah, they need to get all the way down to the 10-yard line. Or the 15-yard line, for a first down. So it'll be 4th and 15.
We got Cam back in the game. I can't.
No, Cam is. Yeah.
Cam's on the so.
All right, 4th and 15. And Evans this time will work out of the gun. That is Murtis. Split wide right, and that's where Evans is looking over the right side, and that's going to come up well short. Let's see, Bossy was back there. I think the intended receiver was Bossy, but that one had no chance. So Cowboys give it up on downs, and Underwood will have another opportunity here to drive down the field and tie this football game up.
Yeah, not a lot of opportunity for Bailey there. I mean, he was getting rushed. I mean, he got rid of the ball with the guy in his face. I mean, a little bit of a slow developing play to get everybody downfield and just kind of got rid of it. But, again, another situation where the penalties potentially took points off the board. Like you said, we were first down on the 10-yard line, and instead we ended up turning it over on downs. So penalties really hurt us on that drive.
Yeah. And Bernatus is out. That's the one guy that can go up and get the football. So Underwood will take over here at the 30. Underwood defense has really stepped up. Cowboys scored on their second possession of the night. Since then, Underwood has been stingy, and this game may be tied up. Yeah, that will be a 70-yard touchdown run.
No, they threw a penalty. The guy was going to get a holding call 20 yards behind the play.
Oh, my gosh.
Unbelievable. Tom.
Oh, boy, that is a biggie.
Holding penalty or blocking the back against the Rockets.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's too bad. Cowboys really caught a break as we look at the replay. Oof.
I mean, it was
tough one.
Guys walking into the end zone.
Yeah.
And completely.
Well, that wasn't. Yeah, and there's certainly he must have. I don't know what the ref saw. That was just a Cowboy fall into the ground. Guy, you hate to see a kid that's blocking downfield. That you teach to stay on blocks, which he did. And then to get called on that was a tough penalty. So a touchdown taken off the board. The penalty was called on number 48, Brock Hasling, and it looked like a great block as we looked back on it. So that wipes out a 70-yard touchdown run, but they do get the first down. They have it in Cowboy territory now, 1st and 10 at the Cowboy 30. Yeah, and they run the same thing over the right side. That is Schlesky. Or check that. That's Evevold on the carry over the right side. He was the one who took it 70 yards for a touchdown. Well, yeah, that's a tough break for the Rockets.
It's a tough break because he's in the end zone. It's not necessary. I mean, it's literally he's 15 yards behind the closest Breckenridge defender. And, I mean, who knows what happens on the extra points, but I mean, that call single-handedly, that's a huge, huge play or call in this game.
So 2nd and 8 now. Nelson will turn. That's Poser. And they're working the right side again, but again, the Cowboys have made some adjustments since that first half. They've been doing a much better job with those runs over the right side. That one good for maybe a yard, so it'll bring up 3rd and about 6.
3rd down, 3rd and about 7 for the Rockets.
Well, Underwood's definitely in 4-down territory here again, so they don't need to get it all. They just need to get, a portion of it and give themselves an opportunity.
And again, Underwood will have the wind in their face in the fourth quarter. More of a southeast wind tonight, kind of a crosswind, but here's Evevold again, and Evevold breaks a couple of tackles across the 20, down to the 15, and that'll be a Rocket first down. Evevold's slow to get up. Looks to be favoring his right shoulder. So the Rockets keep pounding it. This drive started on their own 30. They're knocking on the door into the Scott's Electric red zone. See Scott's Electric in Wahpeton for all your electrical needs. 1st and 10 from the 15. 2.5 to play here in the third. Section quarterfinal round. Section 6A. Nelson to Poser. Poser some room over the right side. And he spins across the 10-yard line. Nice gain on first down. And again, only 4 seniors on this roster, but they're all 3 of the 4 are in the backfield.
And tough kids with a lot of heart.
Yeah, Poser, Evevold, Schlesky. That was good for 6, that first down run. Good for 6 yards. So 2nd and 4 inside the Cowboy 10-yard line. Nelson to Poser. No, he'll pull it from Poser's belly and try to get outside. Good pursuit by the Cowboy defense. Nelson may have gotten a yard.
Knocked out of bounds.
And again, they continue to try and exploit the right side. Everything is right up the middle or off that 4-hole or 6-hole to the right side is where the majority of the damage is done. And now they're on the right hash mark again, make it a little bit tougher to run that way.
3rd and 4 for the Rockets.
Remember, they fumbled down here earlier in the first half. They got inside the Cowboy 10. We'll see if they throw it here on 3rd down. 3rd and 4. No, they will keep it on the ground. Evevold, boy, some hard yards. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage, but I do believe he got positive yards. Maybe just 1. Yeah, they'll give him 1 yard. So 4th down. 4th and about 3.
Just a gigantic play. There's no words to describe how important this is for the Cowboys to make a stop.
Ball at the 7. The Cowboy crowd making some noise now. Nelson will take the snap, and some confusion in the backfield, and Sanchez will throw Poser down in the backfield. So the Rockets have had opportunities twice inside the Cowboy 10 and have not been able to convert. Cowboys will take over on downs with 54 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
Cowboys will take over on.
Not sure if somebody from the defense blew that play up, or if there was some kind of confusion.
Yeah, it just didn't look like he handled the snap very cleanly.
Right, something didn't look right. But what a break for the Cowboys! I mean, number one, they get the touchdown called back, and number two, they're able to hold. And you have to give the Cowboys credit for that. They're able to hold on fourth down inside the 10-yard line. But what an opportunity for Underwood again, blowing.
So the Cowboys take over on downs at the 10-yard line. Evans.
What happened? There was a
Loose
fumble.
football. Underwood says they have it.
It was looked like the fumbled snap.
And they
Underwood's
do.
ball. Wow.
So the Cowboys turn it over on their first play after taking over on downs. And it's been that type of year for the Cowboys.
First and goal. Looks like it's just inside the 10.
Their penalties tonight and their turnovers have been just at really you couldn't ask for more inopportune time to turn it over inside your 10-yard line. That's just what the Cowboys do. Their penalties have come at bad times tonight. The few penalties that they've had, but so Underwood in business again following the Cowboys' second turnover of the night. And here's Poser up the middle, some hard yards up across the 5-yard line.
And the worst part about this right now is you got Underwood actually, believing. Sideline's going crazy. The fans that they have here are going nuts, and momentum's on their side, and it's just
from the 4-yard line.
They just have not found a way. Well, and that's been a problem all season long for Underwood. Again, they've been shut out 4 times. They just have a tough time putting up points, but they have another opportunity here, and here's Poser, and he is stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. And again, you just sense they just have to throw the football down here. The Cowboys just teeing off on there, keying on the run. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter. So we're through 3, and it's a 1-score game on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge 7, Underwood nothing on the Three Borders Sports Network.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. For sure, I'll look back at all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
Scott's Electric in Wahpeton is a proud supporter of high school athletics. If you're in need of commercial, industrial, agricultural, or residential electric service, call Scott's Electric at 642-9244. Licensed and bonded in North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota, offering 24-hour electrical service. Check out Scott's Electric website at www.scottselectric.net. Scott's Electric.
Bundling auto and home is a great way to save money and precious time. Amanda Frederick, your State Farm agent in Breckenridge, will make it easy and convenient. Your savings could be spent on that next amazing vacation. So stop by or call Amanda Frederick, your State Farm agent on Minnesota Avenue in Breckenridge. Call 643-8511. Amanda Frederick is proud to support Cowboy and Cowgirl athletics.
The holiday season is upon us, and it's not too early to get your Christmas letter and holiday greeting cards ordered. Bold Print in Wahpeton is your greeting card headquarters. Looking for that special personalized gift? Bold Print offers custom canvas prints and framing. And new to Bold Print is their custom decal machine, which is great to promote your business. Give them a call today, 642-2188, or check them out online, useboldprint.com.
All right, 7-0. Cowboys lead it. Underwood has it. 3rd and goal inside the Cowboy 5-yard line. Nelson behind center. To Evevold. Evevold inside the 3, still chugging. Is he in? No, he is not. He is short. They'll mark it at the 1-yard line. So a huge 4th down play coming up. Yeah, and boy, Underwood could just steal all the momentum with the score here.
Well, and then we get down to the extra point, and how many times have we talked about the importance of the extra point in high school football, especially in playoff time.
Like it is spotted at the 1-yard line.
So 4th down, we'll see what they dial up. We got Schlesky, Evevold, Poser in the backfield. Seems like it's been Evevold most of the time here for those hard yards in the second half anyway. Mostly Poser in the first half. So Nelson will turn it, will be Poser, and Poser designed to go inside. He tries to get outside, and he doesn't get there.
Ryan Poser on the
They're
carry.
turn it
Cam
over on
Nito
downs
is
again.
there. Yeah, Murtis is over there. Bloffus is over there. Schockert is over there.
By James Murtis at about the 1 yard line.
So they faked it up the middle
Take over.
to the first guy and gave to Poser. He tried to bounce it outside and couldn't quite get there.
Injury.
Now we have an injury.
It's like Gavin Snyder maybe with the cramp. You know, you look at that play, and I don't even know if Underwood's got that play in their repertoire, but you look at a naked boot or a fake handoff to the right and a naked boot with pop on the tight end out to the left, just something. Cowboys just are over pursuing so strong. But
Underwood didn't attempt one throw inside the 10.
No. And if you're going to throw it, that's the kind of throw you want to make. A fake handoff, to the right, naked boot out to the left with, pop the tight end out to that side, give them an option. But again, I don't even know if that playbook's in Underwood's, if they even have that play. But that would be the time to run it.
Well, the Cowboys have not done a real good job deep in their own territory, and they'll be as deep as they can get.
Well, Underwood just so many opportunities. Third time now down inside the 10-yard line and can't put points up. And then, of course, the touchdown getting called back, which was, literally had no bearing on the play whatsoever. So, but you got to give the Cowboys credit. I mean, they've been tough and make the stops when they have to.
So 10:57 to play. Cowboys take over on downs. Yeah, third time inside the 10-yard line. Second time inside the 5 for Underwood. And they have no points to show for it. So important here for the Cowboys' offensive line to get off the ball here. I formation. They'll give to the first man through, Peterson.
Safety.
And they say he just got out. And I mean just got out.
I'm shocked. I mean, if he's out, it's by inches.
Yeah.
Of course, we're not on the line, and there's a little glare in the window, so we don't have the greatest view. But that sure looked like it could have just as easily been a safety from here. Where are they marking it? Oh, they're marking it on about the 1.5, 2 maybe even.
Well, they lost the ball was marked on the 3.
That's why.
Yeah, so they actually lost a yard on that play.
Yep,
and again, the Cowboys just showing they are really slow out of the huddle. Let's see, I think Snyder's back into the game. And now the Cowboys, they go with the long count and they get Underwood to jump. Underwood has not been penalized hardly at all other than the huge one. The huge holding penalty to have the touchdown called back. But other than that, they played pretty clean game, but that was a big one there.
And a good job for the Cowboys to change up the cadence because Underwood's been jumping that all night long. So good job for the Cowboys and good discipline to sit tight, and it's a big penalty. Gives you some breathing room.
So 2nd and 7 here for the Cowboys. Snyder's back into the game now. They'll split him wide left. It's Peterson and Murtis in the backfield. There's Murtis. Murtis, a little bit of room with Peterson in front. Maybe 3. Up to about the 9-yard line. So big third down play coming up here. Again, Cowboys do have the wind somewhat at their back. Wind blowing out of the southeast right now at about 25 miles an hour.
And, even if you're not going to throw the ball, just from the punting and the field position side of it, the wind in the fourth quarter is huge.
Yeah, if the Cowboys get nothing here, they'll be punting out of their end zone. And you remember what happened last time the Cowboys punted out of the end zone.
Oh. So you like Cam back in the game on offense?
Yeah.
In the shot, yep.
No, it's Evans behind center. Nito deep in the backfield, and he will get it over the right side, and he is stuffed. Nice job by the left side of that Underwood defensive line.
Definitely punting the ball here.
Yep, they're going to have to punt it away. It's 4th and 3. So Underwood should get the ball here in really good field position.
Owen Harrig back in.
Underwood is playing Breckenridge about as tough as you can play them, and they've given themselves many opportunities. They could easily be ahead this game.
And you got a freshman now back returning a very big punt here. He's standing at his 40. Nito right on the end zone line. And Cam, a low line drive kick, and Harrig will have an opportunity to return.
What a great tackle.
Yeah, it was. Cowboys special teams, again, we've talked about this a number of times this season. That has been their one consistent. They've been pretty good on special teams.
Just Alex Shocker to get on the tackle. I mean, that's just a great open field tackle. Because on a punt like that, a line drive punt that he fields in the air, you got a lot of room, a lot of open field.
Boy, it's too bad that punt was right at him, too. I mean, anywhere left or right. That was one of those punts that would have gotten about 20 or 25 yards a roll, but it was kicked right at him.
Instead, Underwood's got a ball, great field position on the 30-yard line. You couldn't ask for more opportunities.
Yeah, you just can't imagine that they'd have any better opportunities now. Here they give to the first man through.
Kristen Evevold on the carry.
That's Evevold again, and Evevold's got a lot of work here in the second half.
And he comes up limping a little bit. I mean, again, I keep stressing the fact that, I mean, these guys have gone both ways every play. I don't know if they've had a break. I don't know if they ever come off the field. 7.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. I mean, fatigue and wear and tear has got to be playing a role.
Evevold is their biggest back. He goes about 6'2" and 180. Not great speed, but he showed some pretty good speed, though, on that touchdown run. But he is a banger. And here he is again. Evevold across the 25, some hard yards. And, he was hit at about the 26, but he gets, three extra yards after first contact. And they're in a nice situation here, 3rd and short. 7 minutes, coming up on 7 minutes to play. Yeah, and you figure Underwood's probably going to only get one more possession.
Right, one more. And with everybody running the football, and the clock really never stops other than just, move the markers. I mean, you don't get a lot of opportunities on a lot of offensive plays.
So Nelson will turn and give. Poser, left side, and I think he's got it up to about the 20. And that should be enough for a first down. Let's see, they are going to give him the first down. They'll move the chains.
Good enough for a Rocket first down. Tackle is made by Dallin Ernst.
Check that was Evan Lundgren on the run. And he's just a freshman. You see some freshmen now getting some minutes.
Cowboys are just fortunate. I mean, the majority of this second half has been played, on our half of the field.
So 1st and 10 now from the 20. And here's the freshman again, and he'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Loose football, and the Cowboys say they got it.
They're going to call him down.
They're going to say he's
probably
down.
Forward momentum.
Yep. The whistle blew. So no fumble, but a loss of 4 yards on the play.
And that's just something right there that's very difficult for Underwood to overcome. Not being able to throw the football.
Yeah.
And then it's tougher to, the closer you get deeper into the red zone you get, the tougher it gets to run. Everybody gets compressed, the field gets shorter.
So 2nd and 14 now, the ball on the 24-yard line. Yeah, and they don't show too many different. Here's Lundgren again, and he'll lose more yards.
And again,
a couple more.
There's been not much to the left side all night long, and again another run to the left for a loss.
Yeah, and I mean they don't even change formations at all.
They don't change formations.
It's pretty much just the same set every time up to the line of scrimmage.
And they're only really running about 2 or 3 different plays. But they have to have something in the playbook, and if they do, this is the time it's going to come out.
But now it gets a little bit more difficult to throw here when you look at the Cowboys' defensive back. They had been inching up to the line of scrimmage. Now you look, they're back in a little bit more conservative type of defense on 3rd and long. And here we see Evevold in motion, I think, for the first time tonight. And they'll try to get outside again. Yeah, and they just tried a little bit of motion to try to mix things up, but the Cowboys weren't fooled at all, and there's another loss on the play. So each one of these last 3 plays have gone for negative yards.
And again to the left side of, the left side. And they're on the left hash mark. I'm surprised they don't try and run something out to right, even a screen pass or something.
Yeah. Well,
Statue of Liberty, flea flicker.
Boy,
anything.
now they're going to burn a timeout. I'm not sure I would I wouldn't just punt it here just to, put the Cowboys in a tough spot because they have showed no signs that they can throw the football at all. But they call a timeout.
But Raleigh on the 30-yard line, about where they started, the drive. I mean, but at this point, you just toss it in the end zone and hope for something. I mean, 4th down, 4 minutes to go in the game. There's no guarantee you even get the ball back.
Yeah, especially now. Yeah, with burning a timeout. Don't forget Cowgirl volleyball tomorrow. What a regular season for the Cowgirls. Congratulations to Margaret Wilson and the Cowgirls. 25-2. They are the number 1 seed going into the section tournament. They'll get Park Christian tomorrow night here at Breckenridge High School. Hope you can make it. They've had some great crowds. Again, if you can't, we will have it on the air tomorrow. Brian and Joe be at Breck High tomorrow. 7 o'clock start tomorrow, Breckenridge and Park Christian. Quarterfinal round of the Section 6A volleyball tournament. All right, the season may be on the line here for the Rockets. Trailing 7-0.
4th and 20 for the Rockets.
4th and 20. And the first time we've seen this set tonight. Twin receivers to the right. And Nelson will work out of the shotgun. One of the few times tonight. Now we have a whistle. We have a procedure penalty, so that'll cost him 5 more. Boy, Underwood has really squandered some opportunities tonight. Just have not been able to finish off drives. They've had a couple of nice ones. And they've been given some very nice field position tonight, but
well, the penalty on the touchdown is they're going to go back and watch that for a long time to come because guys walking into the end zone, I mean, they legitimately have a score on the board, and it's really at that point the game comes down to whether or not they can convert on the extra point, right? So, I mean, that's the one they're going to go back. And, of course, they can watch it on replay now that Freewater Sports has it on video.
Yeah, and it was pretty clear, too.
Olden days you couldn't do that, but now you can.
So 4th and a mile, they need to get all the way down inside the 15. And Nelson is pressured. He doesn't have any chance. That pass, I think.
Pass is incomplete. So the Cowboys.
I think, there was Evavold. That was Evavold at quarterback.
Putting the pressure on.
Yeah, so that one had no chance. Cowboys had their ears pinned back on that one, so they'll take over on downs. And Cowboys will have a chance here to run the clock out. 4:19 to play. And Cam is in at, looks like Cam is in at quarterback now, so looks like they'll probably just snap it to him and keep it in his hands. And
the main thing now is just hold on to the football.
Yeah, Cam working out of the gun. Boy, and he's deep in the gun, about 6-7 yards back.
And stay in bounce.
Yep, and he did, I think. Yeah, he stays in bounce over the right side, maybe a yard.
Just keep the clock running and just hold on to the football.
Underwood did burn a timeout, so they've got 2 remaining.
So it's 2nd and 9 for the Cowboys.
Cam will come over and get some instructions from Coach Fredrickson.
Well, if there was ever a piece of equipment to purchase, you know what it would be? A play clock.
Yeah. Well, I did the Wahpeton game last week, and over at Science they have that run, and that is nice. That makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Yep.
Here's Nito breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and Cam's going to get the corner. And he won't be brought out, pushed out of bounds until he gets to midfield, and that's a Cowboy first down. And time's running out now on the Rockets. Yeah, that does make a huge difference, having the shot clock or having the play clock. You have no idea. You have no idea, and that could be a big play if a referee is,
Right. I think
a lot of times they tell you, hey, you've been close on the play, but seems like there's been a number of them tonight.
There's been many times where.
Yeah, it just seems like they've been in the huddle a long time.
Yeah, not just tonight. I mean, all year, right? And I don't know how accurately even the umpires or the officials or the referees can even know for sure.
But they can just,
Yep.
that can really decide a game, at a critical time. So 1st and 10, Cowboys in control here. Again, the touchdown came early. Touchdown came on the second possession of the game for the Cowboys. Evans to Sanchez.
On a 4th down play after they fumbled on 3rd down. I mean, how critical was that? When we talked about how critical that play was at the time, but I don't think either of us ever dreamed that it would be 7-0 in the 3rd. We might have believed the nothing part, but the Cowboys only scored 7 points. I don't think either one of us thought that was going to be the case.
Yeah, the Cowboys now really just getting into the huddle. We're down to 2:40 to play. Now the Cowboys hustle up to the line. And now they finally do our first delay of game. And they call it right at the snap. Yeah, I mean it's just difficult when you don't know, but it does seem like the Cowboys were due for one of those.
Yeah, they were due. Yep, and I'm sure there's been many more that haven't been called, but that's okay. You know what? Stops the clock, but 2:36 to go in the game.
Underwood still has the 2 timeouts. So they have a chance to get the football back here with a little bit of time. Here's Murtis. And Murtis tripped up in the backfield. Loss of about a yard, so 3rd and long. See if Underwood burns one of them. Looks like they'll hold on to it for now anyway.
I think I'd take it right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
With 2 timeouts left, they're going to run 40 seconds, 50 seconds off the clock from the time the ball is spotted.
Well, we'll see what type of pass plays Underwood has in the arsenal if they get the football back, because they're going to have to put her in the air if they get it back. And you figure they've got one doozy in there, you figure. So 3rd and long, Cowboys I'm sure will keep it on the ground. Here's Peterson, left side, and Peterson will be brought down after a short gain. So Underwood to use their timeout now with 1:42 to play. They still have 1 remaining. And we'll see if Underwood comes after the Cowboys here on the punt. Remember, the Cowboys had a punt block last week at Pelican that cost them the game.
4th and 11 for the Cowboys.
So 4th and 11. We have a timeout on the field. 1:39 to play. On the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, Cowboys lead at 7-0 on the Three Borders Sports Network.
Did you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/.
Around here, every town is a sports town, and why not? Sports were important to us growing up, and we want the same for our kids. To get involved, because that's how kids learn to lead. And why Farmers Union Insurance supports these programs. Farmers Union Insurance. They don't just protect our community, they invest in it.
All right, Cowboys going to punt it away here. 1:44 to play. Cowboys lead 7-0.
Oh, they fumbled it. They dropped us.
Fumbled the snap. Nito in trouble. He's going to try to get outside. And Nito will be brought down at the 48. Cowboys fortunate there.
And Nito on that carry.
Well,
so Underwood will take over 1st and 10. Great field position again. Underwood has had so many opportunities here offensively.
I mean, that's about the only thing, like you talked about the Pelican thing, the only thing you can't have happen, right, is a bad snap or a block punt. I don't think the snap was bad. I think it was just mishandled. But fortunately, Cam was able to recover it.
And he's been holding that. He either has a left wrist or elbow issue. He's going to have to come out of the game, so he's not on the field right now. So Underwood still a timeout remaining. Well, they'll keep it on the ground right up the middle.
And you can't. I mean, there's a 1:25 to go in the game. You got to throw the ball. You can't run the ball.
And they're going to huddle up, too.
You got to throw it every time.
Yeah, amazing that you wouldn't have a couple of plays called. Oh, now they're going to call a timeout. Yeah, so that, boy, yeah, you have to wonder about that. But again, that's where Underwood is right now. They're just, no confidence on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. I mean, throw it up for grabs. I mean, you have nothing to lose. You cannot run the football.
Well,
The game's
have two
over.
plays called in the huddle there, you would think. If you're going to run a play that's most likely going to get you just a couple of yards, you got to get right back to the line of scrimmage.
Or just run the next play into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Either do that or throw it.
So now Underwood out of timeouts. That's it for them now.
Yep.
So, again, the clock will stop on a first down to move the chains, but once the ball's set, that clock will start again. And, yeah, it just doesn't look like Underwood has the firepower to get there unless the Cowboys make a big mistake here defensively. Yeah, they had their opportunities, though, no question. A penalty that cost them a touchdown. A turnover inside the 5-yard line. And 2 other times inside the 10 where the Cowboys
and then inside
the Rockets just couldn't punch it in.
Inside the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
But give the Cowboys credit for making stops when they had to make them, too.
All right, so this is it. 2nd and long, 1:17 to play, no timeouts remaining. Rockets from their own 49. Nelson in the pocket, looking right side. Boy, he had a guy wide open. That's Schlesky.
But even that, he's almost better not catching it than making a diving catch. They just stopped the clock to move the chains briefly,
but that's one you got to put on him where he can catch and run, and he had some room had he put it, had he put it on the numbers. But yeah, the throw was low down around his feet. It was hassling the intended receiver. So 3rd and 8 now. Clock reads 1:13. And again, tight formation. Nelson will set up in the pocket, and again, trying to get it to Hassling on the right side. Just no chance. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, Cowboys are one stop away from
the Cowboys can make
OTC.
a play. Yeah, they'll play at 2 o'clock Saturday. If they can make a play here. Otter Tail Central, the number 1 team in the state, unbeaten, and they played a pretty tough schedule too.
Yeah, Otter Tail Central's a good football team. Cowboys will have their work cut out for them, but hey, you know what? They're giving themselves an opportunity.
And again, they played them tough. You take the 2 turnovers away in that first meeting, and that's a different ball game. And really, that one went down. Went down to the wire, even with those penalties. Landon Bloffus will end this one with a sack. Boy, Nelson had no time. And boy, Nelson still down on the field. Landon came in and blindsided him. Nelson, good to see him up off the field. So the Cowboys will take over on downs. They'll take a couple of knees, and they will be advancing into the semifinal round, and they'll get the best team in the section Saturday afternoon. And the forecast for Saturday looks pretty decent for football. Sounds like it's going to be in the low 50s, so it should be a great day over in Battle Lake on Saturday. And there's been some big matchups in the playoffs between those 2 teams, hasn't there, over the years?
Yep.
Seems like they meet at least every other year in the playoffs. Well, we hope Cullen Roberts is feeling better. We've got no word on him. He left the game in the first half, and we haven't seen him out on the field at all.
No, and he
here
left
in the second half.
And he left at halftime on the cart. So.
Yeah, so we wish the best for Cullen. So
one
Cowboys,
more snap.
Yeah.
Yep, now I see Colin on the sidelines now.
Oh,
He's dressed in his street clothes, so.
Well, that's good news.
He's up and moving around, so that's good to see.
All right, stick around for the Red River postgame report. We'll wrap things up here and give you the schedule of events coming up here the rest of the week. Wasn't pretty, but hey, it's a playoff win, huh?
It's a playoff win, and you go back and you look and you talk about the rankings and whether they make sense or don't make sense. But obviously this one, and they're right more than they're wrong. This turned out to be a better game than we thought it was going to be.
We'll take it. Your final on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard: Breckenridge 7, Underwood nothing. Cowboys moving on. This is the Three Borders Sports Network.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
Bundling auto and home is a great way to save money and precious time. Amanda Frederick, your State Farm agent in Breckenridge, will make it easy and convenient. Your savings could be spent on that next amazing vacation. So stop by or call Amanda Frederick, your State Farm agent on Minnesota Avenue in Breckenridge. Call 643-8511. Amanda Frederick is proud to support Cowboy and Cowgirl athletics.
Have you ever considered chiropractic for your family? Dr. Andrea and the staff at Hornstein Family Chiropractic love to see families. With 16 years of experience seeing brand new babies, pregnant women, toddlers, teens, athletes, she cares for your family like it's her family. Join Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 715 Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton, and we will help your family grow up healthy. Call 701-672-1300 for the next soonest available appointment, because at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is a family affair. Good sports are winners, no matter what the score, and good sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. You keep the standards high and the game enjoyable for all by showing respect for players, coaches, and officials. Respect and responsibility is why we play. Celebrating a championship with classmates, teammates, and the community. It's a memory that lasts a lifetime, so root for your team with good sportsmanship and enjoy every minute of today's game. The Minnesota State High School League, helping students reach their goals in and out of the classroom.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, drying, cleaning, and marketing your grain to attain the highest possible profit for you. Red River Grain has been saving farmers for years, rewarding them with reasonable prices on purchases and fair deals when they sell. Talk to Kelly or Brad about the many services they offer. Red River Grain in Breckenridge. Call 643-3738.
All right, welcome back to Cowboy Field. Cowboys win 7-0. Postgame report brought to you by Red River Grain, serving farmers in the Red River Valley, and by North Dakota State College of Science. The North Dakota State College of Science, the second oldest junior college in the entire country. All right, Cowboys will take it, but they've got to get better, and they've got very little time to get better. They get Otter Tail Central, maybe the best team in the state, on Saturday, and they're going to have to play better on Saturday than they played here tonight.
They are. I mean, the Cowboys made some improvements. I mean, substantially less penalties than what we've seen the previous 3 or 4 games. At times, turn the ball over, but tonight it bounced our way, especially in the scoring drive that we had. We talked about it over and over, fumble earlier in that drive and then fumbled on third down, inside our own 5-yard line, and we recovered. And then we scored the touchdown on 4th down on the next play. So Cowboys very, very fortunate, to come out of here with a win. And then, of course, the touchdown, again, you're going to go back. Everybody's going to pull up their 3 borders and watch this over and over. They're going to watch the penalty because that guy's 10 yards behind the nearest Cowboy defender. That was a touchdown. And then this game comes down to the extra point. But it doesn't happen because the penalty gets called, right? And just opportunity after opportunity. So you can look at that 2 ways, Raleigh. You can say, geez, Underwood had so many opportunities to score, but the Cowboys did a fabulous job. I mean, how many times did they not break, inside the 5-yard line? How many stops did they make to not give up a score, right? So give Cowboys credit where credit is due. I mean, they made a heck of a defensive stand multiple times.
So second time the Cowboys have shut out Underwood. It happened last month, and it happens here tonight in the section quarterfinal round. Evans to Sanchez, the only score of the game at that. When they scored that in the first quarter, we thought no way that would be the only score of the game, but that's what it turned out to be.
Yeah, and we talked about Underwood struggling to score. I mean, all year. I mean, they haven't put many points up, but I fully expected the Cowboys to score more than 7 points, and I thought we would wear them down. I thought the second half Cowboys would gain some momentum, and we'd be able to sustain a drive and put some points on the board, but it never really happened. So, tough group of kids. I mean, they played every down both ways for Underwood. But Cowboys walk out of here with the win. You don't get a big W or a little W depending on how good a win it was, right? A win's a win. So they walk out of here with the win. It was not an easy one, but it's a win nonetheless. And so opportunity to play Otter Tail Central again.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. It's an opportunity, and what a great opportunity. What a great way to spend a beautiful fall Saturday afternoon than playing one of the best teams, if not the best team in the state.
And you know what? Especially for the seniors, because, we've all been there. And how many times have you seen that all at once? Reality starts to set in, right? And you start realizing, the season went by pretty quick. This could be it. You lose and you go home. So it's a great opportunity. It's a fun time of year, and it's an emotional time of the year, especially for the seniors. So
Absolutely.
Hopefully Cowboys can get some things figured out, and who knows? Who knows? It's high school football. Anything can happen.
Yeah, so plan on making the trip to Battle Lake. We will not have that game on Saturday on the Three Borders Sports Network. So get down to Battle Lake on Saturday. That will be a 2 o'clock kickoff. Forecast looks very nice. Don't forget tomorrow night. Here on the Three Borders Sports Network, the Breckenridge Cowgirls, the number 1 seed in the section, 25-2 during the regular season, will take on Park Christian. If you can't make it to the game, Joe and Brian will be over at Breck High tomorrow for that game, 7 o'clock. You can see it right here on the Three Borders Sports Network. All right, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Again, tonight's game was brought to you by the Breckenridge Touchdown Club and by these sponsors: Wahpeton Eatery, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Bruder's Butcher, Bold Print, Red River Communications, OSPTI, and by Red River Grain. We appreciate all our sponsors. For Joe Schreiner, Brian Watson, Kevin Heidemann, I'm Raleigh Lipp. For the Three Borders Sports Network, have a great night, everybody.